Hi, my name is Jamie Perkunis. I'm a yoga therapist, physical therapist, and yoga teacher. I'm here to take 10 minutes of your time to show you how to do therapeutic yoga for yourself and for your patients. I'm going to show you some techniques to help with low back pain. Low back pain oftentimes is caused when the front of the hips and the back of the hips are tight. So we'll start by working on opening up the back of the legs called the hamstrings, and then we'll move into working on the front of the legs, which is called the hip flexors. This connects to the pelvis, which connects to the low back. When these muscles become more open, our low back can have some freedom and feel a decompression. When we're doing yoga for low back, one of the key points is to be able to breathe. And we want to be able to breathe into the belly while we're doing our stretches. If we're not breathing, we're not really doing yoga. So let's take time to start with just breathing and noticing the breath. And then making your way to resting onto your back. Once on your back, bring your feet to the ground and keep your knees bent. Place your hands to your abdomen. And take a few deep breaths here. As you're breathing in, feel the belly expand. And as you're breathing out, feel the abdomen recoil. Draw your right knee towards your chest and interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Press your thigh away from you and extend your right knee. You can stay here or you can point and flex your foot. Make sure you're breathing into your belly. To add a little bit more, go ahead and grab a strap and loop the strap around the ball of your foot. Come to the same stretch we were just in on the right side. Take the strap in each hand and walk your hands up as high into the strap as possible to keep your elbows straight. You can alternate pointing and flexing your foot. You can also bring your elbows down to the ground, which can decrease tension in your neck and shoulders. Make sure you're still breathing into your belly. To increase the stretch, extend your left leg along the ground. Keep your breath moving into your abdomen. When coming out of the pose, bend your left knee and then release your right foot from the strap. Set the strap aside for a moment. Take your hands to your abdomen and reconnect to your breath. Notice the difference between your right and left side. Now draw your left knee towards your chest. Press your thigh away from you to straighten your elbows and then extend your left knee. Point and flex your foot. Breathe. You're welcome to stay here, or you can grab the strap and take the strap to the ball of your foot. Walk your hands up as high into the strap with your elbows straight, and then point and flex your foot. Feel a stretch on the back of your left leg. Keep breathing into your abdomen. Bend the elbows and bring the arms down to the ground to release tension in the neck and shoulders. To increase the stretch, go ahead and straighten your right leg along the ground. If at any point this is too intense of a stretch, you can always bend your right knee and place your foot back to the ground. Keep breathing. When coming out of the pose, bend your right knee and then release your left foot from the strap. Set the strap aside, take your hands to your abdomen and breathe. This time we're going to come into a similar stretch. Take the strap around your right foot into the hamstring stretch again, but then take the straps both into your right hand. Take your left hand to the front of your left hip. And then start to bring your right leg out to the right to a degree that you feel a stretch on the inside of your right thigh. You also get a stretch in the back of your right thigh. To increase this stretch, extend your left leg along the ground. You're welcome to point and flex your right foot. Breathe into your abdomen. As you come out of this position, you'll bend your left knee and then bring your right leg back to center into the hamstring stretch and release your right foot to the ground. Notice the difference between your right and left side. Then take the strap around your left foot. Come into the hamstring stretch first and then take the straps into your left hand. Keep your right knee bent to begin and start to bring your left leg out to the left as you keep your right hip down towards the ground. Use your right hand to monitor that. Extend your right leg along the ground to increase the stretch. Breathe. You're welcome to point and flex your foot here. When coming out, bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the ground, bring your left leg back up to center, and then release your left foot from the strap. Rest for a moment, hands on your abdomen, and notice the difference in your left leg. Place the strap around your right foot this time, and take the strap into your left hand. Use your right hand to push your right hip down as you pull your right foot toward your left shoulder. The stretch is best pointing and flexing your foot. To increase the stretch, extend your left leg along the mat. When come out of the stretch, bend your left knee, bring your right leg back to center, and release your right foot back down to the ground. Notice the difference between your right and left side. Take the strap around your left foot. Take the straps into your right hand. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left hip. Bring your left foot in line with your right shoulder as you push your left hip towards the end of your yoga mat with your left hand. Point and flex your foot. To increase the stretch, extend your right leg along the mat. Come into a stretch that you can breathe in. If this is too intense, move your foot more away from your shoulder. When coming out of this position, bend your right knee, bring your left foot back to the ground. Rest with your hands on your abdomen and connect with your breath. Set the strap aside and roll over onto one side and come up into a hands and knees position. Grab a blanket for your knees if the floor that you're on is hard. Fold the blanket up and place your knees on the blanket. Step your left foot forward into a low lunge with your right knee on the blanket. Walk your left foot forward so your right knee is behind your right hip. Take your hands below your belly button, draw your abdomen in and up as you bend your left knee. Feel a stretch on the front of your right thigh. To increase the stretch, reach your right hand up to the ceiling. And then maybe even your left hand up to the ceiling. And breathe. And with your left hand, grab your right wrist, reach straight up through the right side of your body, and then side bend over to the left. This will increase the stretch in the front of your right thigh. Then come back up to center with your arms. Lower your arms down and gently come out of the position. Notice the difference between your right and left side. And step your right foot forward. Walk your right toes forward so that your left knee is behind your left hip. Draw your abdomen in and up with your hands. Breathe. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. And then reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Feel a stretch along the left hip flexor. With your right hand, grab your left wrist and reach up and side bend over to the right. Breathe. Inhale, come back up to center and lower your arms down. And slowly come on out.